Hi, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the cricket show, Cricket Happenings. I know that I have not been able to do any justice. Uh, Basically, after coming back from my vacation, I have not been able to, find a lot of time. It has been pretty busy for me, but I do apologize that I know I'm only doing this particular cricket show only on the weekend. But it has been a bit difficult for me. But right now I'm here talking to you. So without wasting any time, let's get into some brass tacks here as far as cricket is concerned. And we are talking about what they are the things that happened today. We'll talk about India versus West Indies. The tour actually ended in Florida today in the United States, where India definitely, the Indian reserve team, I could call, with all the big names resting, going with their head absolutely high on this tour of the West Indies as they finished off the tour with a real bang, one could call, as far as the tour of West Indies was concerned in Florida, United States, where there were a lot of Indian supporters, as the Indians already said that they felt like they were probably playing in India. So such was the tremendous support from the United States of America spectators there, which consists a lot of Indians as well. So India won the match by 88 runs. That was the 50-20, and as I said, they are going back on a real winning note, and that should be a real confidence booster for them, especially considering the fact that all the big names were rested, keeping in view the T20 World Cup on a rotation policy. And but this reserve team has really come up trumps, and kudos to them for Rahul Dravid to have was really led this team to real success here. A lot of youngsters coming up. Deep Singh was the player of the series, and we're talking about that. And the other thing is that Bangladesh versus Zimbabwe. Now, Bangladesh versus Zimbabwe, we have seen in the past that Bangladesh Zimbabwe has always been a sort of a one-sided affair where Bangladesh have dominated. But this time, Bangladesh have found out that Zimbabweans are very tough nut to crack, and I basically give the credit to one man there who is at the helm today for Zimbabwe, none other than the former Zimbabwean captain David Houghton, who is the coach of the Zimbabwean cricket team. And I think he is someone who's going to spur this team to greater heights, no doubt about it. We have already saying it in T20 cricket. It was the first time after a pretty long time, and probably even the first time that Zimbabwe managed to put it across Bangladesh in the T20 series, and they batted, and they did a magnificent job. And today, in the second ODI, where they were really in the dumps, Bangladesh had reached a very big score. But there were two centuries today, a rollicking 201 run partnership with a man in absolutely pink form, whether it is with the bat or ball. His name, Sikandar Raza, getting his second ton of the series. And beside Regis Chakabva, the captain, leading with a maiden ODI century. And Bangladesh lost this second ODI. So I'm going to come to that. That's very interesting. The 100 men's competition is in full swing in England, where the 100 men's competition today, we had Oval Invincibles getting to a win over the Welsh Far, with Will Jacks really pushing the England selectors hard, I would say, with his 81, because Jason Roy was once again a failure. So, but still, first we get on to the India versus West Indies. As I said, as I said, India have come with a reserve team, and they have totally dominated the West Indies. As far as the T20 cricket was concerned, there was a complete blank of the West Indies, and here in the ODIs, they have gone with a 4-1 win. It was a 4-1 in the T20s, which finished today. And as far as the ODIs were concerned, they were blanked 3-0. So let's have a look at this India West Indies match. Now, again, one thing that I would like to talk about as far as this particular game is concerned is that this is the first time ever a T20 match between any team in the history of T20 has ended with the spinners taking all the 10 wickets. The spinners, if you look at the bowling, it really makes some real good rating. Akshar Patel, the left-arm spinner who was named man of the match, who really knocked the stuffing out of the West Indies batting lineup. 3 overs, one made him 15 runs and 3 wickets. Then the other spinner, Kuldeep Yadav, absolutely bamboozling the the West Indian batsman who could not pick up his line. 4 overs, nominated 12 runs and 3 wickets. And Ravi Bishnoi, the young spinner, doing a magnificent job. 2.4 overs, nominated 16 runs and 4 wickets. And as I said, it was a total wrap up by the Indian spinners. And this is the first time ever that a T20 match between any two teams have ended with all the spinners taking all the wickets. So that really shows the Indian spinners totally dominated in this particular game. Now, the verdict here was that India had a big victory by 88 runs at Lauderhill in Florida, United States. As I said, India ended on a winning note in the T20 series and also completed the series, the tour of the West Indies, with a big bang. India 188 for 7 batting first, and the West Indies could notch up just 100 runs. Those all in the tanks, only due to Shimron Hetmyer, who stood out there and banged a few strokes in making 56. And at least West Indies' face was saved, one could call, with that innings from Shimron Hetmyer. Now, looking at the Indian innings, India posting 188 for 7. As you know, India have been experimenting a lot. They have taken this as a sort of a springboard for doing a lot of experimentation. They have not been having a settled batting lineup, and that's the precise reason a lot of experimentations gone. I thought that was the sort of the real way to go about by the Indian think tank before the T20 World Cup. And we saw here that Ishan Kishan today was opening with Shreyas Iyer. Now, Shreyas Iyer is someone now everybody were probably thinking that whether he's going to go to the T20 World Cup, because one firmly believes that Surya Kumar Yadav is absolutely a miles ahead of Shreyas Iyer as far as the batting performance is concerned. But today, Shreyas Iyer played some sublime strokes that he's capable of, and he went on to score 64 of 40 deliveries, 8 fours and 2 sixes. There was one signature stroke in that when he beautifully lifted Obed McCoy on the offside for a magnificent 6. And that is something that Shreyas Iyer will be happy, and India will be happy, because Shreyas Iyer has been struggling to put the runs on the board. And here comes Shreyas Iyer with all guns booming, and there was absolutely a sight to watch. So that is Shreyas Iyer making 64 of 40, was highest scorer, 11 from Ishan Kishan. Deepak Hooda got an opportunity, and he really climbed into the bowlers. 38 of 25, 3 fours, 2 sixes. Sanju Samson got a wonderful delivery from Odean Smith, which really had pace and bounce, and he beat Sanju Samson in such a fashion you could see the stumps cartwheeling, and that is not something that we have seen. We have seen from the mighty West Indies in the past, where Michael Holding or Michael Mosley, Andy Roberts, or Joel Garner, Colin Croft used to send the stumps cartwheeling, and this was a real sight to watch as Samson tried to steer it behind. And he saw the stump cartwheeling. So that really shows the pace at which Odean Smith has generated there. Hardik Pandya, the quick fire 28, the captain of the team, proudly lifting the trophy, hitting a quick fire 28 of just 16 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes included. Dinesh Karthik's 12. Patel 9 and 188 for 7 was the final tally on the board. Now, India has shown that in the T20 cricket, what they have done is that they've shown some aggressive cricket and aggressive cricket right from the outset. And that is something which we have never seen. It's sort of a real aggressive cricket going on, whether irrespective of whether wickets are going or not, does not matter. And that has been the mantra for the Indians on this West Indies tour. Jason Holder, 4 overs, 1 for 38. Obed McCoy, after that 6-wicket burst that he had, which actually enabled them to win at least one T20. Here comes Obed McCoy. The other day, he got taken for 66 runs in 4 overs. Today, he got slammed for 27 in 2. Dominic Drake, 3 overs, 1 for 24. Was good. Kimo Paul, 2 overs, cost him 24, no wicket. Hayden Walsh, I thought, bowled with a semblance of control, 1 for 33. Odean Smith was in the wickets column, 3 for 33, and Powell 1 for 9. Now, as far as the West Indies were concerned, they were chasing 188 runs for 3. As I said, Akshar Patel, the left-arm spinner, totally knocked the stuffing out of them. First, clean bowling, Jason Holder for 0. Shamar Brooks was stumped on the bowling of Patel for 13. Devon Thomas lost his stumps to Patel for 10. And then it was an absolute precision with Shimron Hetmyer, the only man who probably saved some face for the West Indies from staying till the end by making 56 of 35, as showing a one-man army show, which enabled the West Indians to reach at least 100 and lose the match by 88 runs. 5 fours and 4 sixes embedded in that very, very hard-hitting knock from Shimron Hetmyer. But other than that, Again, as I said, Akshar Patel knocking the stuffing, then Kuldeep Yadav and Ravi Bishnoi getting into big business there, and Kuldeep Yadav started defeating the batsman with his real concoction of deliveries. Puran was out for three. They could not pick up the wrong, and Raman Powell got out for nine. Ravi Bishnoi taking his wicket. Kimo Paul went out for Ravi Bishnoi for naught. Dominic Drake so screen ball for Kuldeep Yadav for one. Odion Smith skied the ball of Kuldeep Yadav for naught, and Obaid McCoy was out for naught as well for Ravi Bishnoi. It was all over, but what a series for India. As I said, an absolute springboard coming into the T20 World Cup, and especially saying that this particular team had all the big names missing. Virat Kohli, KL Rahul with injury, the ballers Bumrah, Shami. So definitely it is a sort of a great feeling for India. Well done, India. Player of the match going to Akshar Patel. Player of the series, Hardeep Singh, taking 7 wickets and showing his prowess as the matches went on. And Hardeep Singh has been used in a wonderful manner. I mean, they saw him at the start. We know what a good death bowler he is. We have seen him in the IPL. He did it against the West Indies in the in this particular tour as well. But what was good was to see of Rohit Sharma's captaincy by thrusting Hardeep Singh in the last match with the middle overs where he delivered as well. So definitely India has been experimenting a lot. As I said, it's an absolute springboard for them. They've done a lot of experimentation, and India has come up absolutely trumps in this particular tour of West Indies. Now, West Indies have a lot of soul searching to do because, especially the New Zealanders, the Kiwis are into the West Indies now, and they have a spate of T20s and 120 and ODIs to play, and it will be an interesting series. As you know, New Zealand are a pretty strong team, as we all know. Right. Now, let's get on from here and push on to the Bangladesh versus Zimbabwe, which for the first time, I think, that every time we have seen a Bangladesh and Zimbabwe series, we have seen that Bangladesh have totally dominated, but not this time. This time, the T20 series has been won by Zimbabwe for the first time against Bangladesh. We saw that in whatever way they did it, that there is one man who has been extremely responsible for that. Yes, Houghton, the current coach of the Zimbabwean team, is a big plus for Zimbabwe. I mean, he's someone who's going to carry them. I suppose Zimbabwe still have time. They still have to play a few matches, I reckon, to qualify for the T20. Or that is something we will have a look at it. But just talking about this Bangladesh Zimbabwe, this has been a sort of a real upcoming for Zimbabwe as far as international cricket is concerned, as Zimbabwe won this match, the second ODI, by 5 wickets. We saw what they did in the T20s, how the batsmen and bowlers have really rallied, and they've got a good combination as well. And here comes this particular match, the second ODI. The first ODI, as you remember, was won by Zimbabwe in fine fashion as they recovered big time to go. In fact, Zimbabwe won the match series. Yes, that is one thing. Zimbabwe, for the first time, has won and this is after a gap of 6 years that they have managed to win. So they have did it to the Bangladeshis in the T20. They have did it to the Bangladeshis in the ODI, and this should give them ounces of confidence. And truly deserving. And let's have a look at this particular game, the second ODI. The first ODI, as you know, there were centurions for Sikandar Raja, and we had Ryan Burl getting his maiden ODI century. And here comes in the second ODI. It was Sikandar Raja once again getting back-to-back tons, and Regis Chakabwa, the captain, the stand-in captain of the Zimbabwean cricket team, going on to make this maiden ODI ton. And what a rollicking partnership it was. In fact, Bangladesh went on to raise a very big score. And that is the thing which I'm talking about. I mean, they raised 290 for 9 on the board, and the Zimbabweans won by 5 wickets with 15 balls remaining. That really says a lot about this Zimbabwean team. Let's have a look at the Bangladesh innings. 290 for 9 was built upon the captain Tamim Iqbal cracking an absolutely superb 50 of 45 deliveries, 10 fours and 1 6. And Amul Haq was out for 20. Yes, they definitely lost the services of Liton Das, and Liton Das is a doubtful starter. I mean, he might probably not even play in the Asia Cup, and that is going to be a big blow for them, because I think Liton Das is someone who brings a lot to the table for Bangladesh. He's a very aggressive opener, can be very dangerous at times, and I think that is going to really cost Bangladesh a lot. Anamul Haq was out for 20. three boundaries of 25 deliveries. Ismail Santo making 38 of 55, 5 fours included in that. Mushfiqur Rahim contributed 25, 31, 1 4. But it was Mahmudullah who actually held the innings together and had a blast in the end, as he's called the finisher, as he was the one who gave them the real fillip, one could call, with an innings of an unbeaten 80 of just 84 deliveries. We included 3 4s and 3 6s, and also he got some good support from the young, talented Afif Hussain, who clobbered 41. Not clobbered, he basically made a sedate 41 of as many balls with 4 4s, 15 to Mahmoud Yusuf, 1 to Taskin Ahmed, Tajul Islam, 6, and that was pretty much the score. But as I said, the Bangladesh really raised a very good score of 299. Looking at the bowling, Brad Evans went for plenty, 7.4 overs, costing him 64 runs without a wicket to show besides his name. Victor Nyauchi has been really impressive in the matches that we have seen. This pace bowler, Hader was nominated 1 for 39. Tanaka Chivanga, 8.2 overs, nominated 1 for 49 for him. Sikandar Raza, again, as you said, he has been to me, he has been the pink boy of Zimbabwean cricket for now, because it's not only with the bat that he has dominated, he has delivered with the ball as well. And he's 10 overs nominated, 50% of the wickets. He's the most experienced person in the camp as well, if you look at the Zimbabwean team. So definitely says a lot that Sikandar Raza is someone who is going to be a force for the opposition now. Wesley Madivere, 9 overs, 1 maiden, 240. Luke Jongway, 7 overs, costing 40 runs without a wicket. Now, it was Zimbabwe's turn now to chase 290 on the board. And let's see what Zimbabweans did in the chase. The start was not good at all. They lost wickets in a clutter. Marumani was out for 25, 42 with 3 boundaries. Caetano went for a duck. Innocent Kia the other day, who scored his maiden century, was just out for 7. Then we had Wesley Madivere sent back by Mendes and Zaz for 2, and it was a pretty tough situation for Zimbabwe, as they were tottering at 49 for 4 in reply to 290. It was just a 15th over. But Sikandar Raza, one note that he's someone who was in some pink form, but he definitely needed company, and that came through Regis Chakaba, who came to the party at the right time. He has not been amongst the runs, but today he joined Sikandar Raza, as both of them from 49 for 4. They raised they put them into a winning position by taking the score to 250 in the 44th over through a rollicking 201 run partnership between these two, with the contribution from Sikandar Raza being an winning innings of an unbeaten 117 of 127 deliveries, which included 8 4s and 4 6s. Regis Chakaba registering his maiden ODI ton, 102 of 75 deliveries, which included 10 4s and 2 6s, and Tony Mayonga clubbing the Zimbabwean bowlers all across the park with an aggressive unbeaten 30 runs. So just 16 deliveries, which included 2 4s and 2 6s, and they achieved the win in 47.3 overs, 15 balls to spare. It was a 5-wicket victory for Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe truly, truly deserved the win, which also took them to their ODI series win against the ODI series win against Bangladesh. And kudos to the Zimbabwean team. Hassan Mahmood, 9 overs, 147. Madison Mirage, 10 overs, cost him 50 runs with 2 wickets. Shariful Islam got a bit of a real slamming from the Zimbabwean batsman, as he went for 77 of his 9 without a wicket. Taskin Ahmed, 9 overs, none for 16. This has been the problem area for the Bangladeshis. Taskin Ahmed, the prime strike bowler, has been struggling. Tajul Islam, 10 overs, 148. Afif Hussain just bowled 3 balls. And it was all over. Player of the match, Sikandar Raza. And as I said, Zimbabweans have been on an absolute roll on this. And now they have not only won the T20 series, they have also won the ODI series. And with only one match to come, it will be a formality. Probably Zimbabweans would have a chance. Would have a chance to probably do some experimentation. Now, very quickly, before I leave the cricket happening show, just wanted to touch on the 100 men's competition, the 5th match at the Cardiff between Oval Invincibles taking on the Welsh Fire, and the Oval Invincibles, who have not done a good job in the previous 100, really did a good job. They're playing their first game, won the match by 39 runs. The feature being Will Jacks batting. Will Jacks opened with Jason Roy. Jason Roy continues to struggle and has really put himself in a very, very difficult position as far as the T20 World Cup in Australia is concerned, because Jason Roy has not been able to hit the straps at all. He was consumed for just 10 runs today with 1-4, but his opening partner, Will Jack, making a real statement there with an winning innings of 81. He was the man of the match today with a real winning innings of 81 of just 45, which included 7 fours and 4 sixes. And that was the one which pivoted over Invincibles to 158 for 5, batting first. And the Welsh Fire were kept to 119 for 6. The highest scorer being Joe Clark with 37 and Ben Duckett with 25. As far as the bowling is concerned, it was Sam Curran 1 for 24, 2 for 14. Tom Curran bowled superbly, 20 balls with 14 runs and 2 wickets. 3 for 20. Sunil Narine was magnificent, 20 balls, 21 runs, and he got 3 wickets. So that really wraps up this cricket happening show for today. And as I said, I'm not being a bit regular, but I will try to get on to that as far as possible. But always keep an eye on my Cricket Happening show. Again, telling you, you can also go into my Twitter page. I post a lot of YouTube videos over there, also my cricket tweets as well. And you can also look into my cricket website, which is www.cricket-status.com. With this being said, it's about time for me to bid you all a big goodbye this weekend. And once again, hoping to see you once again. Once again, connect to all my cricket friends, subscribers, and fans on the Cricket Happening show probably next weekend. Until then, it's good night.